Hi everyone, this is Rajesh, and as you know that I'm working as a wellness implementer, and I keep on creating videos where I basically try to decode the myth which is prevalent in our society, in our mindset as well. And I also try to make people understand that the things which was earlier good or was beneficial is not going to be exactly the same in the current situation or scenario. There could be a lot of reasons. I'm not going to point out those reasons right now. Today basically I'm going to talk about one of the important topic which I thought I need to share with all of the people who are directly or indirectly connected with me in this physical world or in the digital world. The topic in itself is that why we need to soak nuts and seeds before consuming it. So there are two aspects that we need to understand. First aspect is that why do we need to eat nuts and soak, correct? And then we will come to the conclusion why do we need to either soak it or not soak it, correct? So one thing we need to understand that nuts and seeds are packed with all kind of nutrients, whether it is macronutrients or micronutrients. It is also packed with multiple minerals kind of thing as well, correct? Now the question comes that the resources is available, but if we are not going to utilize the resources, it is our own fault, because most of the time I have heard from the people that they are eating all kind of ingredients which are rich in multiple vitamins and minerals, but still their body is in the deficient mode. So it is a different scenario for those people, and I'm going to decode this part as well. So we have understood one thing, that nuts and seeds are rich in or dense with all kind of nutrients. Now the question comes, if we just take or consume those nuts and seeds in their raw form, then what will happen? To understand that, we have to understand that nuts and seeds are living organism. Living organism means there is life in it. If we provide the right environment, if we provide the sunlight, if we provide the moisture, then you will see that it germinates into a big plant. So it simply means that there is life in it. Now the question comes, where there is life, there is a defensive mechanism, there is a protective mechanism as well, and the same fundamental, the same concept applies in nuts and seeds. There is something called phytic acid, there is something called enzyme inhibitors, there is something which is basically we need to understand before consuming the nuts and seeds. So what is phytic acid? Phytic acid or enzyme inhibitors is something which stops our body to absorb certain minerals and vitamins, something like calcium, magnesium, zinc, iron, correct? Our body need to absorb, correct? And this phytic acid actually prohibits it, stops it from our body in absorption. This is where it has been recommended not to take phytic acid from the nuts and seeds. So what is the better way? Why? Because we know one thing, that phytic acid is available. It is there because it is a defense mechanism for the nuts and seeds. So when we soak nuts and seeds overnight for 6 to 8 hours, we find that the quantity of phytic acids goes away. It is not 100% away. We cannot wash it off 100%, but maximum quantity of phytic acid goes away. Thus, it helps the maximum benefit to get absorbed in our body. So now let's understand what is the best way to soak it. We can soak it in lukewarm water or in room temperature water for 6 to 8 hours. It has also been recommended that if we can put a little bit of salt in the water, then obviously it helps the phytic acid to wash off in maximum quantity. Thus, it has been understood that if we soak it for 6 to 8 hours, we can get the maximum nutrients, because it has also been observed that when we soak it for overnight, the absorption of the nutrients available in the nuts and seeds become very high. So this is the way to soak it. Another thing, eating is not much more important than the way we need to eat. That's the reason. This video is all about what to eat and how to eat. It is not about the eating. We also need to understand the quantity. We cannot just eat so many things together, right? Obviously, the topic was all about why to soak nuts and seeds before eating. So obviously, we can have multiple seeds, like just like pumpkin seed, there are chia seed, there are sunflower seeds, and there are sesame seeds. So many seeds are there. So better soak it to get the maximum nutrients value from the nuts and seed, and obviously pass this message to as many people as possible. Reason being is that we invest a lot of money buying those expensive nuts and seeds, but the question remains the same, whether we are getting the value out of it or not, because of the wrong process. So here I have given you the right process. One more thing I just want to add: not any seeds. Try to buy organic seeds. Try to buy fresh seeds. Reason is that when we buy fresh seeds, there is high chances of the germination. And we know one thing very well, that seeds and nuts which are in the process of germination is having the maximum nutrients value. Bye bye. Take care for the time being until I come with another videos. Good luck.